Okay, good morning, everyone. So today is Tuesday, April the 7th, and it's 9:11 right now. The time is 9:11, so I'm going to start marking out everything. So where are we? Okay, so currently, we won our trade yesterday, so my current balance is at $50,089.90. Woohoo! Okay, so again, remember I'm in my evaluation phase. I'm using TradeAbate and I have a $2,000 max drawdown. So the most I can lose is 2,000. So the account was at 50,000. So 2,000 from 50,000 is 48,000. However, now that my account is $50,089.90, what they do is this is now the new limit for the 2,000. So now the most I can the level I need to reach at now before being, stopped out is $48,089.90. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But yeah, so the big thing is that I'm up. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's get into marking out our chart. So we're gonna start, of course, in the daily. I'm on the MNQ. So we're gonna mark out yesterday's highs and lows. So yesterday's high, previous day high right here. Okay, so that's marked out. And the low is already a previous Asia low. That's not Asia? No, I don't know what that was, but it was already marked, so I'm just extending the line. So that's yesterday's previous high and low. And it looks like we are in a downward trend. So we're definitely trending down because you see it's like all the candles are slowly making their way down. Like, yes, some of them are going up, but for the most part, we're trending down, lower highs and lower lows. So we're downtrend, go on a 4-hour time frame. I'm going to look here, see if I see any internal key levels. So there's one that's already marked though. There's one that's already marked as a London low. Um, this line could be marked out because you see all these candles with through it, so I'll remove that line. That level. Looks like that's it. Now let me go down to the 1-hour time frame. Here I'm going to mark out my previous session highs and lows. So they're like color coded. So yellow New York, blue London, and purple is Asia session. So right now you see the yellow is like barely starting because the market is about to open. So London right now is right here. So I'm gonna mark London low right here. London high right here. Asia low is already taken out by the London low, so that doesn't need to be marked out. Same thing with the high, it's already taken out the London high. New York high from yesterday is still intact. And yeah, I don't see any other levels that were previously marked get disrespected, so I don't think I have to remove anything here on this 4-hour time frame, just making these levels a little straighter. I don't know why they always come out so crooked, but yeah. Okay. Um, Again, I'm just going to extend some of these existing levels. Levels and fair value gaps, because remember before I told you that sometimes not all the fair value gaps get marked because they can only go back so far. So like these are some older ones that I marked. And I'm pretty sure they said it doesn't matter how old a fair value gap is, it still matters. And so these aren't like you know, they're not super old, so I'm hoping that they still matter. Let's go down, bring these levels over some. These were previously marked out. Well, actually, I don't know what this is. I don't think this is. Yeah, this is not a fair value gap. I don't know why I marked this out. That can be deleted. I'm not sure why I have that there, honestly. Same thing here. That can be removed. Okay, so I think, and I don't see any internal highs or lows here. And again, an internal high or low is when the wick goes into a fair value gap, but it closes outside of it. Yeah, I don't see any that I haven't already marked out. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame. Same thing, looking for internal highs and lows that, like internal key levels that I can mark. Okay, so this looks like one because look, it went into this fair value gap, right? But then it closed outside of it. So this looks like it's a key level. I need to study more on key levels and understand exactly what they are. Like I understand they are areas of liquidity, but to identify internal key levels, I have to make sure I believe that's correct. Though I hope it is at least. I don't see any more. This looks like the same as this level, so I can remove that line. As you see, look, it lines up with this same key level, so I can remove this one. Yeah, now I can go down to the 5-minute time frame and I can mark out some of my entries. So, oh, and I notice a lot in my videos, I keep saying and like. I gotta stop that, that's crazy. So, let me stop with those filler words. Okay. So, if we're taking any longs today, they're going to be when a 5-minute candle closes past one of these bearish fair value gaps. So let me get my longs here, 30 take profit, 30 stop loss. I'm gonna mark this first one, and that is this should work. It should be a good one. Because the key level tells me where there's liquidity. So a lot of times what happens is, you know what, actually I'm not going to do this one because I feel like, again, I want to keep telling you guys, I'm just speaking out loud. This is my mind going out loud because I'm not really sure about how this is supposed to be working. But I believe the key level is for where you to target your take profit. But because this is already going through a key level, I don't think it works. I don't know. I don't want to trust it, so I'm not going to take it. Actually, you know what? Let me leave that marking there because I want to just test it out and see. So I'm going to make it like super skinny. Well, no, I'll make it really wide so I can remember that this is just like a test one. I want to see what happens with this key level, but I'm not going to take that one. Let me look for another one that I would take. What happened to my oh, okay, here it is. All right. So this is, let me put another one. So what about this one? 30, no, because it goes into a fair value gap right here. Okay, but see, I'm running into the same issue with the key levels. I feel like these should be okay because key levels are to be targeted. So, right? I think so. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you know what? We'll wait and see what this one does if anything happens, and then we can determine whether or not we should take that one. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Hopefully I remember. Okay, so those are for the bearish fair value gaps. Now we're moving on to the bullish fair value gaps. So we would do shorts here. So but you see that's a fair value gap too, so we have to consider that one. And look right at the key level. So this looks like a really good one. So I'm going to leave this here. That'll be a 1-to-1 ratio. Even though I really don't like doing 1-to-1s, I like to have a little bit more. So maybe I have a little room. Let's see. Okay, we can do that. And then, oh, no more fair value gaps nearby. Oh, wow. Okay. I only have these to work with unless some new ones form. Okay. So really, I only have two that I feel well, one that I feel somewhat confident in. That's the short. The longs look good, but I'm just not sure if it's okay that my take profit goes past the key level like that. I don't remember what I was taught in regards to that. Okay, but right now it's 9:22, so we still have about 8 minutes before the market opens. So I'm going to pause the video and then we will come back around 9:30 or whenever I see a candle gets close to one of these three um, entries so that we can look at it. And again, I'm doing 2 contracts today. And yeah, I'm on the MNQ. I do my entries on the 5-minute time frame. And I'll be back.